finally back. Yeah. This is our second episode, altogether. Third episode,
Episode 3, right?
Yeah, but the second episode as a team. Today we're gonna talk about a little bit how like our month is going, some about our whys, on why we do everything we do, and we'll start with Daniel today.
With the month?
Yeah, how you did this month?
How I did this month? I think I'm at we could say numbers, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, all right. So submitted. Well, you just said it to me. I think I'm at 12.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
12 submitted. I'm at a lot more paid than submitted because of the fact that a lot of stuff from last month went through.
Yeah.
So I just checked. I'm at 16.2 paid and like 12.2 I think submitted. It's been a pretty decent month, not the best. Still got a couple of days left. Still got appointments to run after this. So hopefully gonna submit more.
Yeah, that's the goal.
There's still plenty of time in this month.
Hopefully pass one of you because I'm in third place right now. It's got me beat.
And so this month I submitted. This month actually one of my best months. I submitted 15,800, and I got paid out all 15. I'm at 15 all policies.
Everything.
Yeah. Yes, nothing got declined.
That's always good.
Oh, this is my biggest payday this month, so it's a pretty good number. It's a hit.
Yeah, your uncapped submit was $16,520.
Who's that?
You.
That's Jonathan.
That's me?
That's Jonathan. Danny's at 12,335, and the big winner right now is Michael. 17,000.
It's funny because I started the week off at like, I think it was like 9.
That's what I wanted to talk about. So go on how you were having like kind of slow month, and how a week could change your whole entire month,
Yeah, it could.
How was your experience?
I mean, the first few weeks of the month, it was like I ran into a lot of people with medical conditions.
Yeah.
And I ran into a lot of decline, and we all do. And yeah, everybody does. So, and then, this past week, I went over to Orlando. This whole month I haven't been over there, but I went over there and submitted about like 10 grand in business.
How many appointments did you have in what?
It was 15 appointments. Yeah, 16.
So you sold how many?
7 or 8. Yeah, something like that.
50%?
Yeah. But it's like, I find the momentum, and I find I do so much better when it's back to back to back to back.
For sure. For sure.
And it's like, I've seen it before in past months where like you can be having such a bad month, and then like out of nowhere, like the last week of the month, you just kill it. And it's like, that's how it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been in this business long enough to know that, when you have those off days, sometimes it runs a little bit longer than you might want it to. It could end up being a week that you kind of you feel a little off, but all it takes is one day to break that ice and regain the momentum.
Yeah.
There's a lot to say about momentum in this business. So like when you have all those back to back appointments and you do sit in front of people, you're just able to get, that motion moving, and then once you get it started, then that's when you get into that zone almost.
Yeah.
Right?
I was telling you too how like it helped me also because like on Tuesday and Wednesday I started super early.
Yeah.
So like I started on Wednesday. I started at like 8:30. My first appointment was at 8:30. So it's like I started the day off just like quick. Sold the first one, and then after that it was like.
Yeah, that's how my first 2 weeks of this month. I went to Orlando 3 times. I went to this week, just Tuesday. I came back Tuesday. But my first 2 weeks in this month, like the momentum, I had like 10, me and you went, right? We had like 10, 20 appointments, and we didn't stop. Like 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, we just don't stop. And
time goes so quick, too.
Yeah, you don't even realize it. But that's when we like feel like the most energy, like we like, bro, we're not like, I just on my last one. Just mimic the last sale, what you're gonna get paid on, Just keep on pushing.
So last week you came back and you had would you submit this week?
This week I submitted 2,800.
28. Okay. That week prior you were
in California, so I took a break. Yeah, a week off.
That week prior to that, so the second week of this month. What do you remember? What?
Yeah. So
8 grand.
Yeah. No, I know. I submitted 9,900 2 weeks ago, and then 3 weeks ago I submitted 6,700.
Yeah.
So it was 6,700, 99, and then this week 2,800.
Right.
So which is
basically a whole break,
Yeah, I took a 1 week break.
But what I was going to ask you is, so from when you took that break in Cali for that whole week, when you had to dial and get moving this week, how'd you feel?
That's a little bit tricky. That's why I'm about to go on vacation in Brazil. That's why I think a lot. Like that momentum. Once you create the momentum and it gets going, it's like a snowball.
Yeah.
Once you like stop, you take that break, snowball go back to zero. Like if you don't stop pushing, it's gonna go back to 0. So that's why I'm on the board. Like, should I go? Should I not? I'm doing really good. I mean, but there's always room for improvement. I'm 21 years old. We're all 21, 20. And
minus the ball cut.
But I think a lot about if we invest our time now with the next 4 years. We didn't go to college. We're in college. If we invest our time mastering the craft, learning the business, and one day we're gonna be able to go to every single appointment and sell everything. And by that time, we're making a lot of money.
Well, you might not sell everything.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
but you do get good.
More, you get better.
Very good.
Yeah, better.
So how many days a week do you guys work?
So
really,
I was actually telling these boys the other day, my schedule, like, fits me perfect, is Monday we dial from 9 a.m. to 12 after the meeting. So we're done on Monday. And if we don't meet our numbers on Monday, we go back to the office dial. It's a pretty quick Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to go hard. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for me. On Thursday and Friday, I'm looking to build and looking to help my team sell, like Lewis, Nick, my brother, possibly, Nate, your brother, Richard, Victor. I want to help them make money, become successful as well, because we're a team, we all want to make money and we all want to eat, we all want to make our bread. But that's going to be my goal. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, work for myself, and Thursday and Friday, work with my team, with our team, and just help teach us, like, what do you need help with? Like Donovan, what do you need help with, Donovan? What are you struggling with? Because they're not putting up numbers yet, and they're just starting. Just like how when I was just starting, I had you to rely on,
For sure.
And so that's my goal. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, me. Thursday, Friday, my team.
It's good. I was talking to you about it yesterday. How like I started virtual, so it was like it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like you were,
If I got you started,
so and it's like an all day thing. Like you're in the office all day, just booking by 30-minute appointments every 30 minutes. So and then we had like Monday dials, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We booked for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we found that like Thursday you'd book appointments, and then you try and get in front of somebody,
and they forget about you.
Whenever I book an appointment for Thursday, I'm always like, can you please just write me down or something, just so you can remember me?
Yeah.
And I'm coming. And then like it's
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. So yeah, it's the schedule that we've adapted to.
You talk about 24 hours and 48 hours, the best time where you get your most meat on the bone that people remember you. Yeah. So even like after that, we do Thursday dials as well. We just dial for Thursday, Friday, Saturday if we don't hit our numbers.
It's good that you guys are like so young and you have that ability to not have to make like someone like your overhead is super
right.
Like you guys are in such prime where you to be able to
barely have any bills.
Like, dude, when I got into this business, I didn't have time to like think about bills. I had to make money.
Yeah.
Like I had just broken up with this girl. She moved out. I wasn't able to really pay all the bills and stuff. I needed to make money, right? So like for you guys to be able to have that schedule to where you can make your money, what you need to make to survive, then go and be able to build your business.
Yep.
Like you guys are gonna be like you guys have the schedule that I have now, which is
right. Yeah. 21 years old.
Only reason I'm working today is because I didn't hit that 5K Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm at 4-1, so if I just get one more out today, then should be good for the week.
I have like 2 appointments today.
Tell us about your story in the appointment you ran in Orlando, the door knock.
Yeah. So I'm
not first. He's telling like, guys, when you guys are not running door knock, they work. And we never really done it. But we have to definitely get it work.
I've done that.
that's a prime example right there.
I had 2 stories. Like when I was just in Orlando, I had like 2 hours to spare, and I was like, you know what? I had one of those write-in leads for the write-in on email, height, weight, the whole 9 yards. I was like, you know what? Let me just go to her house because I was close, and then my next appointment was pretty close there. It was in Davenport or something like that. So I knock on the door, and I'm like, look. I showed literally.
Is this you?
I do what Dave does. I'm like, "Hi, this is you, right?" And I was like, "Look, my company had me dispatched in your area. I just wanted to make sure if you had a few minutes where I could just go over this with you pretty quick." And she let me in the home, and I ended up selling the husband and wife.
So you tell me about the husband. You were writing up the wife, and he just comes out of the other.
Yeah. So I was writing up the wife, and the husband comes out of nowhere, and he's like, I want to do this too. I want to do this too. And so I ended up doing there was a living promise or something. Did IUL Express on the wife.
And did you get paid already?
Yeah, I got paid. Yeah, I got paid on both.
That's the best.
This
Yeah.
This job is all about getting in front of people.
Right.
Like those leads are your ticket to the door. Like I door knocked so much. Majority of my business during the week would come from door knocks because, listen, we get stood up, right? Sometimes our schedule allows us to have like an hour between clients and we kind of just don't know what to do. But the people who take action,
Time is money.
right? The people who hustle, they get those blessings, and you just have to put it out there and have that hustle in you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, will it work out all the time? 100% no. But listen, you could get lucky.
Yeah.
Where you do it, eventually it's
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like the momentum, like if I think I was like, before that, my 2 appointments that I had, I sold both of them. So it was like, I didn't have another appointment for 2 hours. And I'm like, I have to do something right now because I have to keep going. And it was like 2 p.m. at that point. And I was like, it's so early.
Extra money.
Yeah. I was like, I have to go. I have to do something. So
Yeah. I mean, that's why like when you guys have like your schedules all, if you guys were to, even like if you guys didn't have like an appointment until like 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like if you took those few hours, like just pretend like it's a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And just door knocked prior to it while people are still home. Like just gone out and just go. Like you're already gonna be wherever you're gonna be.
Yeah.
Just go a little bit earlier and just hit a door or something.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Right?
What's the worst that can happen?
That's not can happen. You remember when I said that?
Yeah.
He gave me one, and he had an appointment in Port St. Lucie that I no showed him, so he gave it to me. I was like, I'm gonna just show up and door knock. This is like last month or something, and I just show up and I knock on the door, and then I called her because she wasn't there, she wasn't home. She's like, why are you in front of my door? Like you have like 2 minutes to leave my property. I'm gonna come out and shoot you. I was like, all right, lady, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
And where was that? I was like,
That was in Port St.
yeah, it was
That's the worst thing that happened.
Yeah,
You wanted to talk about the why we do this, like our why?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we could get there.
Yeah. What's your why, Chuck?
Oh, well, listen, I think my why has changed a lot, since when I first started. My why at first was I just wanted to get out of where I was. I was just, you guys heard that phrase, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
right.
Have you all heard that before? Dude, that's where I was at. So, like, to me, my first one was, I just wanted to get out of the position of where I was at, just I needed something because I was like 26 years old when I found this, this industry. And, prior to that, I was a personal trainer and I would spend all my hours in a gym and I would be lucky if I made $1,000 a week.
Yeah.
Right. For some people, that's good.
No, that's
But that's like, to me, that was never going to get me to what I really want.
real quick. Right. So before I forget, most people, if they make $1,000 a week, that's good. Like at our age, you know what I mean? They have no bill. That's a lot of money.
For sure.
And like even people a little bit older, not a lot of people. That's $250 a day. But once we start selling like that, we think that's nothing. Like if you're not making at least our numbers, submit 5,000, get paid out 2,500 a week. That's our really like our sweet spot, But you can go back to what you're saying.
But yeah, so like, at that point in my life, I was broke down, man. I was hurting.
Mhm.
I didn't know, like, you as you get older, you try to figure out who you're going to be,
Try to find yourself.
right? Like
Your identity. You said.
exactly, right? So, at that time, it was just, wanting to get in a better position. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I wanted to make more than what I was making. But as you get older and as, things happen, circumstances, your why's change. So, now I think that it's not just about me, it's about, how many people can I help? Right? How many clients can I serve?
Yeah.
How many of you guys can I take to
Success.
the next level, right? To where you guys want to be. So like now my why is totally different, but it's what I want is for you guys to hit your goals, for you guys to be successful because, if you guys turn out and be successful, helps all of us.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
And we could do the same eventually for
exactly, right? You know,
For the opportunity.
it's one thing to be, be good at this job, at this business, but to be able to duplicate and be able to teach and be able to share, I think that's really what the end game is.
Mm-hmm.
When you're gone from this earth one day, like, how do you want to be remembered?
Yeah.
Right. Your legacy.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Your legacy.
And with the teaching thing, you always say it's like you learn something so much better when you teach it, and you understand something so much better when you teach it.
Yeah.
It's like, even if I don't understand something completely, like, I can try and teach it to somebody, and then I somehow start to understand. Like, when I first started, it's like I tried explaining how to do insurance to Daniel, and it's like I barely even know how to myself, but it's like,
pretty good though.
yeah, but it's like it helped me get to the point where, like, I understood.
And there's some about doing, writing, and then speaking.
Yeah.
There's different ways people comprehend knowledge, right? So, yeah, that's why I always, push you guys to talk about how you guys do this business, and it helps. It helps
You're
you.
a leader.
It also helps, others,
Yeah.
Like,
I view you as my leader. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you're the guy. Like, there's two types of leaders. Leaders that just like talk and like just like do this, do that, or leaders that lead by example, just like how you do it. And you're like in the back of the line, pushing us like, this is what you got to do. This is the path you got to go. No, we're doing this wrong. And that's what I love about you, man. Because without you here, we would be unsuccessful in selling insurance, and we're still not successful, but we're on the right path. You know what I mean? We're definitely on the right path.
By think of that, like, I pictured that. You've seen that picture of like the boss is like, whipping them, and the leaders actually, buying them, like, trying to help. Like, just kind of like what I just thought of. But yeah, dude, I appreciate it. I always like to lead from the front.
Right.
Right. We just read off y'all's numbers. I whooped all y'all's ass. But,
Yeah.
and I think I worked about 6 days. Like, I went out and wrote business 5-6 days this month.
Yeah,
but yeah, no.
If you walk into a house, you're gonna.
I mean, there's a different
mindset.
There's a different mindset that I have.
It's like you're already walking in, and you're like, yeah, I already.
It's not even that.
Did you end up bringing Dunham in the shadow, or he does?
I couldn't, man. So I ended up having that lunch with Jared and Ali, and we were at Rocco's talking for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that lunch probably talked about a lot of stuff, right?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money talk.
It's it's just different levels to this business, and you guys you'll be there one day, definitely, a lot faster than I was. But when you have opportunities to help other people, like for instance, Ali, like, he came from another company, right? He was telling me all these things that he was doing. He was trying to generate his own leads, and he was spending all this money. I go, first of all, I was like, dude, like, I didn't know you were in life insurance. First of all, I thought he just did health, and he had like a call center or whatever. And then I was like talking to him. I was like, dude, I can help you. Like, I can help you. Like, I'm not making, like, when he does business, I don't make a penny on him, right? I just put him in a position to win, right? Put you guys in a position to win. And if you continue to do that on different levels in your career, listen, if you become selfless instead of selfish, because it's very easy to be selfish in this business because of the money that you tend to make. But if you become selfless and you just go out there and try to help people and put people in better positions, I mean, that's the name of the game.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, man.
For sure. So that's your why. I think all our whys are kind of almost the same, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we all want to, of course, make money, but also what you're.
That's the what.
That's the what.
That's the what.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
the why is probably, just being able to help other people as well, not only the clients, but friends and family we put on, people who don't really know what they want to do in life. Share the opportunities. It's the whole reason for this podcast, right? To show what we're doing. Maybe eventually I get other people on board.
Yeah, but like the why for you is like, for example, why do you go out to sell every single day? Like, what do you want to build, like your legacy? Like, who do you want to help? Like your family,
Exactly.
Explain a little bit of that for yourself, at least.
That's kind of what I just said. Like I've been trying to get my brother on board. He's got his own thing going on. I definitely want to get him on board because I do think he'd be really good at this. I think putting him, in a place where he can make a lot more money super easily instead of doing what he's doing now. He just doesn't unfortunately see that. So, just
I think a little push, you know what I mean? Once he gets a little taste of like deposit,
then for sure. I think the same thing, once he gets that first deposit, it'll definitely open his mind, like, and make him realize how easy it could be done.
So when you started, like, you guys were all young, right? But when you started, you were driving a different car, right?
Yeah, it was on my car. That's not my car. That was my dad's.
Okay, exactly. So you went from driving your dad's car, which worked.
Yeah, he worked
Right.
at home, so fortunately, he just didn't really need it much. So he
So since and over the last few months, what'd you do?
bought a new car.
Okay.
Worked.
So as you guys get older, you want, and at least how I wanted to establish my independence.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You guys are in such an infancy stage in your life that, that you guys are taking these adult steps to getting your own shit, getting your own car, getting your own living situation, your place, your apartment, house. You guys are all right. Pitch in and all buy a house together here soon. But there's, you've all of you have come such a long way. But like, to me, like I would always think like your why would just you want your independence. Right?
Next level. There's levels to
Right.
it,
It's funny how like even when like I think like about you and like it's like it feels good to know that like I like gave you this opportunity and like you got yourself a new car and like it changed your whole life. So sometimes I think like, how do you feel? Like you watched me go from working in an Italian restaurant making $250 a week.
He saw his little kid, little baby Michael.
Yeah. It's like I think I'm like, how does Chuck feel? Like it must feel like amazing.
So a few months ago, dude, I had that epiphany. I was like thinking about like all the guys and coaches that mentored me, right? Because I always hung out with like older people.
Yeah.
So like I had the opportunity to learn from people that have always done what I wanted to aspire to do.
Yep.
So I was thinking about like my football coach, Coach Buck. I was thinking about my buddy Kyle, my buddy Tony, Dave Schneider, Mike Athis, Jared. And like, I was like, shit, I'm that guy to you guys.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, like I'm there now. I'm like, shit, I'm old.
Yeah.
But that's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, like I have to set the example, right? And I know if I just keep setting the example, that's the best that I
Lead it
did.
from the front.
Changing like the path of our lives. So it's like when you think about that, it's like it's wild because it's
Yesterday I was on the phone with him actually, and I was talking. I was like, "Yo, so how much you get deposited and whatever," and I was like, "Dude, it's kind of crazy how we're talking about making thousands of dollars that we're getting paid, and we're 21 years old. Like us in middle school and high school, who would have thought that we would be calling each other like, bro, like how much you get paid? Like did everything go good? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because there's a lot of people our age that work paycheck, $500, $600, $700 a week, every 2 weeks, 1 week, whatever it is. But fortunately for us, we found an industry that God blessed us. Like we're really good, and we were not made for this. We adapted and we learned. Like Daniel, I know Daniel and Michael too. Both of them were very kind of closed. You know what I mean? They were like not outgoing. I was always outgoing, like not shy. You see me, I talk to everyone. Like I'm not shy about nothing. But they're a little bit more closed, and it's amazing to see people like that like evolve. Like you have to go to someone random's house, you have to knock on their door and talk to them and sell them. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing seeing this.
It's like when I first started, we started doing virtual. Like I was not used to calling so many people on the phone, and like in the beginning, it's like people scream at you,
Right?
and it's like tell you that off. I remember I'm like, I do not like this. And then I got like my first commission check, and I was just like, you know what? I'll do anything.
Dude, I
was like, go ahead, yell at me.
I remember when we started and we were doing virtual and you were in the office and you were like on an appointment. And I think it was like one of your first sales. And you were just had this such hyper energy about you were talking. He was like talking so fast.
Kind of like me.
Yo,
you like get your driver's. You go. It says driver's license on the app, and I get my driver's license out. And he was like, "What are you?"
I like thank God like we were on the phone because I would be able to look at him and be like, stop, shut up for a second. But yeah, man, no, it's listen, like I was like because I was first prayers, like I would need to talk to people, but like it's it's a skill set that you definitely need to learn, and I'm sure you're better for it, right? Yeah. Obviously,
It's like everything in life. The more you do it, the better you get in
Practice.
practice.
yeah. Like a lot of people like you've seen that meme like school, like you practice, then you take the exam. Like in life, It's you get the exam and then you learn from that exam.
Yep.
Right. So you kind of have to just jump in the deep end and just be okay with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Michael, I wanted to ask you. I wrote it down. How was your beginning of the month transitioning to the end of the month? Like, what kind of like symbols did you have in the beginning of the month that made you like, start slowly?
I kind of talked about it at the beginning. Like, I ran into a lot of, we talk about no shows and how to tie down an appointment. I ran into a lot of people, sick folks. I had a lot of stuff get declined in the beginning of the month, and I said it before. It's like it takes that 1 week to where you could just change like the way that your whole month goes. And you guys all know that,
right?
How it feels like, because when you get no showed, like if you get no showed 2-3 times in a row, it's like it's not a good feeling.
A little demoralizing.
It's not, not a good feeling.
But when you have 20 appointments,
and you're looking at that leaderboard, and like you're like, I'm competing with you guys, and it's like, but like a friendly comes right, and it's like, I'm like, oh, I gotta do something, It's like I gotta do something, and then it kind of derails you because it talks about like people don't want to be sold, they want to be helped. So it's like when you're so hungry for commission and like you have commission breath, you walk into a home, people can feel it, and it's like I was just so hungry for a sale. It's like because it was hard. It was like I was going through a hard time. So then I don't know, this past week I kind of in Orlando I kind of just relaxed, and I understood I had a bunch of appointments back to back to back. I knew the system that we've done with Orlando and like how the momentum works, it works. Like if you have a bunch of appointments,
don't tell the secret. Don't tell the secret.
I know it works though. So we did that. I did that, and it worked out. So
yeah, that's really cool.
It always averages out. Like then you can never outwork the numbers, and the numbers they'll never outwork you. And it's a volume thing.
Yeah. You said that I used to ask you like, how is any appointment different? And like you always said, every appointment for you is like the same. Okay. And it's like, yeah, sometimes like I feel like when I go into a home, it might be a little different because I'm trying too hard, because it's like you're more hungrier for hungrier. Is that a word?
We all know what you meant.
You're more hungry for a sale. So it's like, it's different when you go in there and you just chill out.
I think like, and I understand what you're saying, and I think what it comes down to is the level of control that you have in the home. Right. So when you sit down with somebody and sometimes you're more confident than other times.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. And you feel that.
Yep.
You have to remember to stick with the process.
Yep.
Don't try to change anything to impress somebody or to sound different than what you are. It's, be the authentic you, but always have that confidence in what you're doing. You don't have to have the confidence, it's the confidence in the process that you have.
Yeah.
Right. And always just sticking to that.
Yeah.
I think that's because I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
So like, I get it.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think that's kind of what it might be?
I mean, yeah.
Right now too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It depends because sometimes like I go into the home and it's like, you try and change something when it's not broken, it's
right.
Like I know what's right, but it's like, sometimes you're like, maybe if I do this, maybe, like.
There's a really good book called How the Mighty Fall.
Right.
Okay. You guys need to read that book. It's a really good book. But it talks about how at times when things are working, people tend to want to change something.
Yep.
And that's where people screw up royally.
Yeah.
So when something works, don't change it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Right.
It's like a recipe kind of, when if you cook, you're going to cook that same recipe, but not everyone's going to like the recipe. It's going to be the same thing always, but it's not fit for every single person. No,
I'm glad that we can also like, we all like take responsibility for what we do. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, like I'm going to blame my appointments. I'm going to blame the clients for not showing up because like, you can always get in front of more people.
There's always something.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, it comes down to just you.
Right.
Like it comes down to just like.
Can't blame your circumstances. Right.
Yep.
Especially like when you can control every aspect of this business, right? You control the amount of dollars you make, the activity level, when you start and stop your day, when you leave and go places, you have those choices.
Yes.
And listen, or I might not feel like it, you're a grown ass man,
right?
you're responsible for those decisions. So those are the decisions that you guys make that alter y'all's reality.
Yep.
Right. And what the outcomes are.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh man, that was a full 30.
That was at 30?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's right here.
Right on the money.
Good.
Nice. That's good.
Want to put a little bonus?
I mean, yeah, well, he has to go to an appointment. So, but yeah, we have time.
Yeah. I mean,
you want to stop this?
yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we did. Peace out. Later.